Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at you, basically a whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
Hey everyone, season's greetings from all of us at Allied Laboratories, and a special thank you to our Grenville family. We are celebrating 1 year of serving you.
Fit for life and Allied Laboratories, providing quality care and expertise. Fit for life and Allied Laboratories, see our in-house doctors and our pharmacies. Get expert care and quality tests. When it comes to your health, you deserve the best. Fit for life and Allied Laboratories, we're taking care of Grenada.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Alrighty, and we have to say welcome to one and all to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson, and folks, this is where it all happens. We are talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. We have quite a bit of things to talk to you about on the program tonight, so we're going to get started in a moment. We want to say hello to the first-time viewers, and for those of you who are always here, we're talking about the usual suspects. We want to say hello to you. Sukie, he may know his faith tomorrow. All right, so let's take a look at that, all right? Today he was in court, but we'll tell you more about that in a moment. PM declares his assets, and we'll tell you more about that. And the World AIDS Day observed here in Grenada today. Grenada records 25 new cases of HIV over a 10-month period this year. And a donation made to the St. Louis Girls School. We'll talk about that. We'll talk a little about World Cup. If we have time, we'll talk about Trinidad and things like that. All right, so folks, welcome. This is news discussed, not told. All right, now here's what. We want to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliment of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel Nawasa of the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value IGA Supermarket, also Superb Distributors. All right, and we've also got Infinite Contractors on board with us on Quality Services Limited. Folks, we're taking a break, and when we come back, it will be real news in Olilili Lolo. Again, if you have not yet done so, we want to encourage you to share the program. Remember that someone sharing the program tonight will receive some free credit compliments Digicel, and that person could be you. In fact, we have to credit I think 2 phones. We'll probably do that tonight. All right, so folks, this is it right now. We take a break and we will be back again. Share the business.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care. With gifts of love with dread.
It's your Gifts of Love for Cheer 2.0. 'Tis the season for holly jolly days at the communal. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Getting on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2023. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2023. Lending terms and conditions apply.
All right, family, so welcome back. So the first thing that we have to tell you about, but it was an inspiring few hours today for students at the St. Louis Girls RC School, as one of their past students, an icon, visited them not only to inspire them, but to do great things. Not only to inspire them to do great things, but also presented them with some donations. And those donations were stationaries. Dr. Jane Augustine is known as a trailblazer, all right, federal level politician, social activist, and educator. In 1993, she made history as the first African-Canadian woman to be elected to Canada's House of Commons. In 1995, she was solely responsible for championing the federal motion to designate the month of February as Black History Month in Canada. She succeeded with a unanimous vote across all party lines. Now, Thursday's presentation to the school is not the first for Dr. Augustine, as she contributed the library and assisted with furnishing it with the necessary books. So she went to the school and so on. She even spoke of her experience and her purpose and all of that.
Well, today is really to touch base with the school, the place where I got my early education, the place where I consider my grounding, and the place where I felt we needed to show the documentary that's done in my life, and the documentary was shown on Monday night. And there were about 40 Canadians who came down with me. And so we've been touring the island and getting around and You know, I'm so proud of Grenada, so I'm always happy to bring people with me. So I said, you know, let's give something to the school.
All right, well, that's great. That's great. The principal of the school, Ms. James, says following Dr. Antoine's visit, the girls felt really inspired.
Because we always say to them that there are things that you can accomplish. The sky is the limit and beyond the sky is the limit. So having people who walk the walls of the school come through and give them their testimonials and actually get a first-hand experience of people who have achieved great things, it inspires them to do their best. Make sure that what they're doing it well, so that they too can achieve and be proud that they can be citizens of their country who can contribute greatly to what happens in their country. So they were inspired.
And the principal says that the visit by Dr. Augustine is fitting as the school celebrated its 125th anniversary.
It allows us now to give the girls an opportunity to see that they can be anything, they can do anything once they've put their mind to it with God's help.
Okay, so the next thing that we have to tell all about all the other boy coming in slow motion is like a movie. Sukie, you know, well, he was in court again. You understand? He will know his fate tomorrow. You would remember he arrived in Grenada sometime last week, and then he was arrested just before he did anything significant in terms of why he was really here. You understand? What the hell is that man calling me on the program? Tell me something. What should I do? What should I do? When man calling me on the program here, it's a Spanish and thing they get in it. You understand? Right. So, you know, even before he was able to perform, he got himself in trouble at the hotel at which he was staying. Now we understand that the situation involved a minor. You understand? So in the court, people were not able to go and see what's going on. Now, reappearing in court today, Sukie was represented by attorney Jerry Edwin. Now, police prosecutor Glenn Charles made his presentation before Chief Magistrate Teddy St. Louis, following which the case was adjourned until tomorrow, when Mr. Edwin will make his presentation. And it is expected that the magistrate will make the determination thereafter. So, you know, there's a strong likelihood that he will know his fate tomorrow. Again, coming out of the court, if you see the man flex, you know, he have a little swag and a little style and thing, you know, making gestures for the camera, as if, you know, he doesn't understand the magnitude of what he's dealing with, as if he doesn't have a full understanding of how serious this particular case is, you know. But anyway, Papa, yo, let's see what will go on with that piece. You hear, Papa? Let's leave that piece there for now. Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell, together with 3 other cabinet ministers, participated in the filing of declaration on Thursday for the first time since elected into office, and also shared the views of the process and encouraged other public officers and officials to do the same as part of the Integrity Commission's efforts to curb corruption and to uphold the Integrity in Public Life Act. Now, Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell, he participated in his first filing of declaration of income, assets and liabilities at the Office of the Integrity Commission at Archibald Avenue on Thursday, since being elected into office over 5 months ago. Now, according to a release from the Commission, in accordance with the Integrity in Public Life Act number 24 of 2013, the Commission issued notices to 16 members of the new administration, providing them with a date for filing as well as detailed information on the filing process. Now, Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, he shared how he felt about the process. p.m.
I mean, it's in one sense simple, but also it could be a little exhausting because it forces you to obviously take a look at your life and list everything that you basically own, whether it's land, monies at bank, insurance. Obviously, if you're married or have kids, you also have to pay attention in relation to them as well. Basically, I would say the one improvement is that I'd like it to be electronic rather than paper. Okay. But say for that, the process I think is relatively. I mean, it's paper. Okay. But say for that, the process I think is relatively efficient. I'll be honest.
All right. So he says that he thinks that the process is very efficient. He also encouraged his fellow members of cabinet to engage in the process as well.
I think sometimes people are reluctant to do so. Sometimes they're worried about the confidentiality, and nobody likes to fill forms out. That's the truth. But at the end of the day, it's about your own integrity. If you are clear as a public servant that you have nothing to hide, and that over time you will have nothing to hide, then you shouldn't worry about making the declaration. At the end of the day, as public servants, you are in positions of trust. You get into positions where you have sometimes considerable control over state resources, and it's important to assure the public that you are not using it to benefit yourself personally from it, or your family for that matter.
Yes,
I think
very
it's
much,
a very important
and,
process.
we also were able to catch up with the Foreign Affairs Minister, that is Joseph Andel.
I think it's a very important process for strengthening the democracy, for ensuring that people who are in public life are held to certain high standards. And I think as leaders, we have a responsibility to set the tone in terms of ethics and morality in public office. So overall, I think it is a very, very good step.
All right, thank you very much. Now, Chairperson of the Integrity Commission, Anande Trotman Joseph, highlighted the importance of the process, including fact-checking the information provided by the declarants.
I think it's a very important.
Our commission here in Grenada is not a post office. Not only do we receive these declarations, but we go a step further. We carry out a compliance exercise. That is, we check to see what they are saying is true against what is in our public registry, all of our registries actually, and if there are any red flags, there's a red flagging or a green flagging process. So if for any reason anything jumps out at the compliance officers as needing further checks, that will be undertaken. From time to time, sometimes what looks maybe alarming can really just be a very honest mistake or something that can be clarified by declarants, and that is usually sorted out pretty quickly between the parties.
Thank you very much. And Joseph revealed that some cabinet members and ministers applied for extension of time, which they will allow, and provide a date within which individuals are expected to file their declarations. Boy, oh boy, World AIDS Day celebrated today, and boy, we have a mouthful to tell you. So today was observed as World AIDS Day, and so there were little things that happened. That there was a candlelight vigil, a little walk and stuff that was organized in observance as the World AIDS Day. All right, it's being observed under the theme "Rock the Ribbon and Equalize." Now, on this day, every year, countries commence World AIDS Day, where people around the world unite to show support, and that's support for people who are living with and affected by HIV, and to remember those who lost their lives to AIDS. Though now the inequities which perpetuate the AIDS pandemic are not inevitable, since they can be tackled. Now, we have organizations around the world who are asking, that the whole issue of HIV and AIDS be treated like any other. We have seen the degree of seriousness that was placed on the COVID-19 pandemic, but that is yet to be seen where AIDS and HIV is concerned. Here at home, we've got cases. So it is not a removed reality that even here that we need to see that same level of equality now or equity. Now, over the period January 2022 to October of 2022, 25 new cases of HIV infections have been recorded. And that's an increase over the same period last year. Now, 6 of the new cases, they are persons under the age of 24. So it is really a serious issue here in Grenada. Now, overall, since we started collecting data on HIV and AIDS, Grenada recorded 444 cases of the disease. Now, in 2018, there were 27 new cases, 18 males and 9 females. If we take a look at 2019, there were 26 cases, 17 males, 9 females. In 2020, that number dropped to 16 cases. In 2021, we are still uncertain about some figures there, so we left that out. But in 2022, 25 cases thus for the year. Now, the year that saw the most new cases was in 2007, when there were just about 34 cases that were recorded. You know, the Chief Medical Officer here in Grenada, Dr. Sean Charles, says that HIV and AIDS, it needs to be given more attention here.
HIV is really the epidemic that we don't speak about, all right? And HIV continues to be, a global pandemic. As it relates to Grenada, every year we generally detect about, let's say, around 20, 25 new cases. And these are new infections. I believe that HIV, at least for us, is just one of the things that we do not talk about, but we know that it is there. And it is affecting our population. And it needs to be given a little more attention because, of course, it has the potential to affect people's lives in a significant way.
Now, you know, I may caution that even the numbers that we give may not be the true figures. It's like COVID-19, where, you know, you can only count a positive case when someone gets tested. So that is not to say that there are not more cases out there. And having 25 cases this year versus a year when there were 16, or a year when there were 26, or a year there were 27, that is not to say as well that more people went out there and had sex in a manner that they shouldn't, or they were careless or anything. It just speaks a lot about testing. You know, sometimes there are, for example, test drives where people go out and they do their little, you know, you have community events and they do testing and so on. So the more testing that is done, sometimes you are likely to see more cases popping up. If there's little or no testing, then of course the numbers will be lower. Yes? So those are just an idea of people who have been tested. Okay? But of course that number in reality will be more. Again, to underscore the point that this is something that is real, even if we are not hearing people talk about it, and that we as individuals need to be responsible with our sex behaviors, you know, being protecting yourself, especially if you know that you're having sex with multiple partners, then you just have to. It goes without saying that you have to protect yourself. Yes, and remember, if you having sex with multiple partners who also might have other partners, because clearly that might not be a committed relationship, and if that person infects you, you infect the person at home, that's a problem. You understand? And if that person who infected you goes to have sex with somebody else, and that person also gets infected, and if you yourself are having sex with somebody else other than that person and your partner at home, then you understand what is going on there. All right? So it is important that you protect yourself. You understand? And ladies or men, don't let anyone come to you with, you know, I look, because HIV and AIDS don't have a look. Yeah? So At least that's an important point that we need to get out there. We are moving on. How are we looking for time? So, I see that we're running fast. So, World Cup pressure is on, and another 4 teams into the round of 16. Woo! Let's just transition over to Qatar for a while. The Qatar World Cup drama continues in its preliminary phase, with more teams getting into the round of 16 today. Now, in the first set of games this morning, Croatia held Belgium to a 0-0 draw and moved to the next round, qualifying in second place behind Morocco, which held a 2-1 victory over Canada and moving to the knockout round. Now, Morocco ended on a 7 points in Group F. Croatia ended on 5 points. Now, in the 2 games this afternoon, Japan defeated Spain 2-1, while Germany defeated Costa Rica 4-2. Japan beat Spain to go to the top of the group, while Spain is sitting in the second place. Now, despite Germany beating Costa Rica 4-2, they have not qualified. Germany ended on 4 points. So far, the Netherlands, USA, Argentina, Australia, France, Poland, England, Senegal, who else again? Croatia, yes, Croatia, I almost forgot them, and Morocco, they have made it to the round of 16, as well as Japan and Spain. All right, who's your team? My team, let's see, let me go that. Okay, my team is Poland. That's my first team. And then, well, because of history, my second team is Argentina. Okay, so Poland. Why Poland, Mikey? Because I have my friends in Poland. You know, I am very familiar with a lot of people in Poland. Never been to Poland before, but I have quite a bit of acquaintances, not friends, let's say acquaintances and, you know, business partners in Poland. So that is why, that's where I am. So that's my first team in Argentina, my second team. What's your team? Okay. All Well, in Trinidad and Tobago, right? Here's this, right? This is crazy. This is crazy. Let me see something here. Hold on. So, well, tell me. Hold on. Let me see if it's important. Let me see how important that message here coming in is. That one says here, let me see. Oh God, already stopping me any program. I'll look at that later. Alright. Anyway, let me leave that piece there. Yeah, you know, all the news again here, I could tell all of that after. Okay? After the program. So, let's go back to the business now. You know, yeah, sometimes when you hear people sending me a message during the program, I would say, okay, well, they know that I'm on. So the fact that you send me a message is because it is some kind of breaking news that you probably want me to think, right? But when I read it, it's a small thing, man. We could do that another time. You had a whole day to send me that. You expect me to just go and read them, that and then on the program. I can't do that. I have to check it out first. You know what I mean? So, 19,000. Listen to this, you know. Just imagine this. 19,000 containers entered Trinidad and Tobago unchecked in 8 months. Process that in your head for me a little bit. Let me drink some water in the program. Process it. 19,000, not 9, not 900, not 9,000, 19,000 containers. I'm talking about barrel and boxes. I'm talking about the whole container. Alright? Entered Trinidad and Tobago without being checked. Okay? So just imagine Now, the Joint Select Committee, the JSC, of Parliament on National Security yesterday heard that some 19,000 containers entered Trinidad and Tobago over an 8-month period without being checked by customs officials. Ha! The reason? Shh. I don't make no noise, no man. I don't make too much noise. Okay. The reason? There are no longer any working scanners at any of the major seaports across the country. People, we don't talking about Hog Island and Sugarloaf Island and all them little pieces, that little thing, little island on the side of the a developed country as Trinidad and Tobago, not a single. Well, if I line after the report, I never hear that yet. They say that there are no longer any working scanners at any of the major seaports across the country. And then there is a worry as to why all these weapons are coming in, all kind of artillery. You can't even find it in Ukraine. You can't even find it in Trinidad. You understand? Anyway, Papa, so they say they have to check and see what's going on in the business and things like that, because that old normal.
Following the police commissioner's revelation in August that firearms were coming through this country's legal port of entry, comes the news that all of the mobile scanners at the Port of Spain have not been functioning since 2021. The port only has access to one fixed scanner, with manual checks also being conducted. Cinderella reports.
Mobile scanners donated by the U.S. in 2018 are non-functional due to non-maintenance and are also obsolete, according to Comptroller of the Customs and Excise Division, Vidya Marshall. In addition to one fixed scanner at the Port of Spain, she said only 4 scanners were operational at Piaco, but said some are being sourced.
These scanners are not available locally. These scanners have to be sourced to specifications.
Government Senator Nigel De Freitas recalled that there were initial issues to get these scanners functioning, noting his surprise at the revelation.
And the TTPS is taking licks for it, that illegal firearms are coming in through the legal ports of entry, and the major responsibility for that is customs.
Acting Deputy Comptroller Yasmin Harris provided some insight on how shipments are being checked in the interim.
We are conducting risk management or risk assessment, and containers that require examination are forwarded for physical examination at our CES.
Ms. Marshall pointed to staff shortages within the Customs Division, but also indicated that at least 4 scanners would be procured.
So we are looking with the money allocated to us of 90 million, we could safely purchase 4 scanners.
And the acting police commissioner reiterated his concern for illegal firearms coming through the legal ports.
Before, there was a belief that the majority of firearms were coming through our illegal ports dealing with, and focus was in relation to Venezuela.
Mr. De Freitas, though, was concerned that TNT may not receive any further assistance.
That whoever donated those scanners would look at us and say, I'm not giving you any more.
The revelations were made during a joint select committee of Parliament on national security.
Thank you very much. Janua! All they're telling me, they were donated, the first set were donated by the US. You understand? So we don't know if they get more, but anyway, let that talk. We're taking a break and we'll be back shortly.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love. Like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Hey everyone, season's greetings from all of us at Allied Laboratories, and a special thank you to our Grenville family. We are celebrating 1 year of serving you.
Fit for life and Allied Laboratories, providing quality care and expertise. Fit for life and Allied Laboratories, see our in-house doctors and our pharmacies. Get expert care and quality tests. When it comes to your health, you deserve the best. Fit for life and Allied Laboratories, we're taking care of Grenada.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
It's your Gifts of Love for Cheer 2.0. 'Tis the season for holly jolly days at the communal. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Getting on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2023. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2023. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Batteries, batteries, batteries. All roads lead to Quality Services Limited for the best deals on batteries for all applications, cars, SUVs, pickups, buses, medium and heavy duty trucks, construction equipment, generators, boats and more. European made with the highest amps and comes with a 12 months warranty. Yes, you heard it right. 1 year with the best quality and price. Quality Services Limited for the best deals on batteries. First left of the Lansopines Road. Call 444-4323 or WhatsApp 410-8070 or 405-7010. Quality Services Limited for all batteries.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Housing Authority of Grenada is inviting building contractors and joiners to apply to be a part of its team. Interested persons can obtain an application form via their website, that's www.hag473.com, or collect a form from their office located at Sandino Complex, Grand Anse in St. George's. You can also contact them on 440-1015 or 440-1016 for further information.
Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell leads his cabinet as the first to declare his assets under this new administration to the Integrity Commission on Thursday. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, will on Monday, December 5th, present the 2023 estimates of revenue and expenditure at the Houses of Parliament, Mount Weldale. The presentation will be held under the theme Vision 2035. People-centered transformation, laying the foundation for resilience, empowerment, and growth. Don't miss this opportunity to be informed of your government's plans for the year ahead. The presentation will be live-streamed from 9:30 a.m. via the Government Information Service, GIS, on Channel 22, and on the GIS Facebook page and YouTube channel. Welcome back. With the details to the news for Thursday, December 1st, 2022, I am Sherian Noel. In a continued effort to ensure public officials are free from corruption, the Integrity Commission of Grenada hosted a declaration of assets of cabinet ministers today. This falls in line with the Integrity in Public Life Act, which requires all public officers and officers to file declarations of their assets and liabilities. This acts as a shield against corrupt behavior in office. Grenada is known as a best practice for other countries to follow, and Chairperson of the Integrity Commission, Lady Anandi Trotman Joseph, says the Commission is doing its part to ensure it remains this way.
Our commission here in Grenada is not a post office. Not only do we receive these declarations, but we go a step further. We carry out a compliance exercise. That is, we check to see what they are saying is true against what is in our public registry, all of our registries actually, and if there are any red flags. There's a red flagging or a green flagging process. So if for any reason anything jumps out at the compliance officers as needing further checks, that will be undertaken. From time to time, sometimes what looks maybe alarming can really just be a very honest mistake or something that can be clarified by declarants, and that is usually sorted out pretty quickly between the parties. Grenada is a regional best practice. We have been so declared, and we are grateful that because of the persons who come in to declare to us, of course, we are also grateful for the diligence and the commitment of the staff of the Integrity Commission in ensuring that we did achieve this best practice system by our establishment and our diligence, as I shared before.
Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell was the first to declare his assets on Thursday, leading by example for his colleagues to follow. PM Mitchell says the process was tedious and hopes to improve on this by making it electronic and not paper-based. He believes this act is necessary in holding public figures accountable.
It's about your own integrity. If you are clear as a public servant that you have nothing to hide, and that over time you'll have nothing to hide, then you shouldn't worry about making the declaration. At the end of the day, as public servants, you are in positions of trust. You get into positions where you have sometimes considerable control over state resources, and it's important to assure the public that you are not using it to benefit yourself personally from it, or your family for that matter. And so from that perspective, the integrity is important for us as public servants to make sure that the public knows that.
Minister for Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development, Honorable Joseph Andel, accompanied the Prime Minister and filed his declaration of assets as well. Minister Andel believes this is a very important process for strengthening democracy.
As leaders, we have a responsibility to set the tone in terms of ethics and morality in public office. So overall, I think it is a very, very good step. We have to see ourselves as servants of the people and not just pay lip service to the concept, but actually live it out in practice. We have a very heavy responsibility to manage the affairs of the state, and we have to do so in as fair and impartial a manner as we can, and ensure that we give proper account for the people's business.
The Commission reported that some applications were made for extension of time for filing their declarations, which is a normal practice. A new date will be announced for those persons. Moving along, the Ministry of Information Communication Technology, ICT, has broadened its reach to build awareness on the importance of cybersecurity and online protection through the launch of its web portal. On Thursday, the ministry unveiled its new logo and website, which expands its influence and gives the public a secure space to make reports for investigation and access information. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of ICT, Finley Jeffrey, speaking on behalf of Minister Lennox Andrews, says the website is in line with government's transformational agenda towards a digital economy and a more efficient ICT sector. He explained that the Financial Intelligence Unit has reported that from 2019 to 2022, Grenadians has lost over 200,000 to online scammers.
The provision of a website and the specific branding of the CISO will serve to strengthen our safety nets and stem the tide of loss, hurt, and pain. Let us all share the website and logo to our friends and families. Let the CSOT be a part of our household conversation as a place, a service available to every Grenadian at home and abroad, where we can report suspicious online activity and bring our concerns to be investigated.
According to PS Scholar, no individual or organization is immune to online threats and scams. However, the onus is on everyone to understand and take steps to keep cyber alert and safety.
All of us netizens who enjoy the advantages of and engage on the internet owe it to ourselves and other users to at least acquire a functional knowledge and understanding of how to keep safer online. The CSOT can help you do that. We must be aware that scammers, hackers, and opportunistic actors make it their livelihood to take advantage of the online explosion in business and communication and continuously sharpen their skills to defraud and scam people. Internationally, we witness the increase in attacks and cybercrimes on unsuspecting netizens and organizations who have not been properly prepared or sufficiently aware. Even here, in our quiet corner, Grenada has not completely escaped this plague. Recently, we saw that a major financial institution was hit by hackers, but that their CSOT was quickly able to identify and nullify this threat to business.
Grenadians are encouraged to visit the website csut.gov.gd or contact the team at 423-2478 to make reports to access more information. ICT Officer Jovis Dabrio said the webpage is user-friendly, with additional links to other pages and platforms of the ministry.
It is a repository that brings together all the content that we put out. Bulletins, you'll find it there. The services we provide, you will find that there. How to get in touch with us, you are also going to find that there. In addition to other links that will provide you with additional information, so you can be empowered and keep yourself safe. It doesn't matter where you are, you will see that green button in the bottom left-hand corner that will allow you to interact with us via WhatsApp. And understand, the website is not doing away with our WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter accounts. It is just going to supplement them. It is going to create that one space where you can, launch to all these different places with the click of a button.
Tyrone Ragbasin was announced as the winner of the ministry's logo competition, which was launched in June. This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
Grenada. The time for the national census is here again. Interviewers will be visiting your homes to gather information about you and your family. The data you provide determines budget allocation for health, grant funding for community projects, and government assistance for families and the elderly. The census is required by law, and so is your participation. We assure you that your information will be kept confidential. Do your part. Stand up and be counted, because we all count in this census. For more information about the census and your participation, contact the Grenada Central Statistical Office at 440-1369 or cso@cso.gov.gd.
Welcome back. Prime Minister and Minister for Disaster Management, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, calls for continuous preparedness in and out of the Atlantic hurricane season, which runs from June to November. He made the call during the National Disaster Management Agency's review of the 2022 season on Wednesday, November 30th. Prime Minister Mitchell said Grenadians must be grateful that there were no major events this season, which was forecast to be above average by the Colorado State University and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. There were 14 named storms, 8 of which became hurricanes, and 2 major hurricanes, Fiona and Ian.
As a nation, we give thanks that Grenada was spared any major disaster events during the hurricane season of 2022. Preparedness is a continuous process which has no end. Comprehensive disaster management mandates that we put measures in place to be prepared for all hazards through all phases of the disaster management cycle by all people. As a nation, we must be prepared for all hazards which can occur at any time during the year. It is important to have a family disaster plan, a disaster supplies kit, and all the information necessary to make the right decisions to protect and save lives and reduce damage to property during emergencies. As we end the 2022 hurricane season, Let us now use the next 6 months to become better prepared for the 2023 hurricane season. Become a volunteer with the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, and make your contribution to disaster management at the community level.
Although the island was not severely affected by major hurricanes or storms, NADMA recorded frequent rainfall, floods, and slides in various communities throughout the country. Acting head of the Meteorological Services at the Morris Bishop International Airport, Tricia Miller, said the ongoing La Nina will cause an increase in rainfall during the hurricane season.
We did have a number of flood events as a result of tropical waves, which is common in the wet season / hurricane season. So most of the events, if not all, were as a result of tropical wave, those intense rainfall events that we had. All the months of the season were above average rainfall, except for September, which was unusual. We had our 6th dry September on record, in fact, this year, which is very unusual for September. The peak of the hurricane season and the wet season is really like mid-August to mid-October. And so you would have found that there was a lull during that period. In fact, the experts were trying to figure out what really caused it, because it is a La Nina year, as you mentioned. And for us in this region, La Nina is what would give us more rainfall. It tilts the odd towards more rainfall and more hurricane activities for our region. So you are correct. And so for us, that's why it was not unusual to have those tropical waves coming across and the intense rainfall activity that we saw, because the ongoing La Nina would cause that for us.
Dr. Terence Walters, National Disaster Coordinator, gave the assurance that NADMA will be working with stakeholders to review the occurrences of the 2022 season to build and put more structures in place to boost preparedness for the 2023 hurricane season.
We need to continue preparedness. Now, again, we get the predictions and we say, okay, it's going to be above average or below average. But then we have to remember it takes just one storm. So even if the professionals predict there will be 3 storms this year, and one of those storms impact 3 or 4 islands, then we have a major event on hand. So whatever the predictions, we have to be prepared at all times. So here we are. We went through the season. At the end of the season, we have another 6 months until the next hurricane season. So we should spend that time reviewing what happened in 2022 and building to see how we can be better prepared for the next hurricane season.
And finally in the news, the Division of Culture should be the hub to build and develop the future cultural ambassadors of Grenada, Carriacou, and Spiti Martinique through various expressions of art. That's according to Youth and Culture Minister Honorable Ron Redhead, who was speaking at the Division of Culture's end-of-year concert on Wednesday, which showcased young emerging talents who participated in programs of the Culture Division. Minister Redhead said the event is a testament to the need to invest more in the creative industry.
Essentially, government has taken the position that we must build the creative industry and the creative economy separate and apart from culture. That culture, history, and the arts must be a developmental tool for our young people in particular and help to pave the way for continuous and future development of the arts. And as such, this event here demonstrates clearly why we need to invest more in development of our culture. The culture and the arts plays a very pivotal role in keeping our young people well involved. As you can see the drama there with COVID-19, it was a clear demonstration that we need to invest more in doing some things like that so that we can tell our stories and that we can tell our history in a dramatic way.
Noting that the creative sector is a multi-billion-dollar industry, Permanent Secretary Norman Gilbert said it is important to develop the skills and talents of Grenadians to take advantage of the opportunities that are available. He encouraged parents to support their children in the arts as the ministry embarks on initiatives to maximize the potential that exists and provide the necessary platforms for development.
Whilst we are working as a ministry to develop the talents, when these young ones move on, they should be able to raise revenue as part of their talent that they have as part of their abilities. And so we have to set the platform and the right policies for the implementation of the culture. We do have a cultural policy that needs some revision, and we are going to be working in 2023 to ensure that the cultural policy is revisited and that we seek to continue the development of culture and the art. Government has also made investment in the Simon Cultural Center, and part of that investment would include ensuring that we are able to provide a suitable space, an adequate space for the development of culture and the art.
Over 10 groups and individuals participated in the concert. Among the featured performances were students from the school orchestra program, drama from the Creative Arts Theatre, St. Paul's Government School Dance Troupe, St. Joseph's Convent St. George's, St. Andrew's Choral Speaking Group, Presentations Brothers College School Band, and Conception Dance Theatre. Here are some of the highlights.
What is all of this? Hand sanitizer? Masks?
I think 19 did something to me.
I think 19 did something to me too.
So why can't I remember?
Okay, I think 19 may have helped me.
But what if it didn't?
Well, then that wouldn't have been good. Because 19 affected my whole family.
Wait a minute. I remember now! COVID!
COVID-19! That's the connection!
Exactly!
That story brings us to the end of the National Report for Thursday, December 1st, 2022. Now for a recap of the top story. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell leads his cabinet as the first to declare his assets to the Integrity Commission on Thursday. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Sherry Ann Noel, thanking you for viewing.
Well, thank you very much, Sherry Ann, and the rest of the GIS News team. We now take a look at the weather as submitted by the Met Office. We can tell you that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy, becoming cloudy at times with few light to moderate widely scattered showers. Now tonight's minimum temperature 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves 5 to 7 feet in northerly to northeasterly swells. A small craft advisory remains in effect. Taking a look at Friday. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with some light to moderate widely scattered daytime showers, improving as the day progresses. Now, max temperature for tomorrow, 30.5 degrees Celsius and a minimum 25. Wind east-northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. And that's it for the weather report. And before we go, we'd like to say hello to a few of the people who are there with us. We're talking about people like Ants and so on, Jennifer and Suzanne and the crew, Glenora and so on, who are currently on YouTube. Likewise, we also want to say hello to the folks who are currently on Facebook. So people like Cynthia, Michelle, Marcia, Zaka, who else is with us there?
Kireen and Bernadette, Chef Chili, and again Cynthia, Sugar Babe, Sharon, Adonna, and everyone else who's there. We say hello to you. Hello, hello, hello. And please remember to share the business before you leave. All right, so all of the folks who are currently there, we ask you to share the business before you go, okay? Diana, Vicky, Java, Liz, Eunice, the sharing committee, blessings to you, okay, guys? Blessings, blessings, blessings. We appreciate you every day. All right, Leonette, blessings to you as well. Okay, Vintress, Diana, all the folks who have not yet shared, we would really like to encourage you to go ahead and do so. It's important that you do. All right, so if you have not yet shared, this is a good time, Leonette, for you to go ahead and do so. Okay, Kireen shared already, Delian shared already. So blessings to you, okay? Guys, take care of yourselves and may God bless you and your entire family. So let's go ahead and do the business. Jacinta, did you share already? Tell me you did. Did everybody share? I hope that everyone shared. Again, we have issues with not getting notifications and so on. So once you share, that's you doing your part to ensure, or in ensuring that other people who have not yet got notifications, at least that they know that the program is on, and then they can go ahead and share the business. So thank you for sharing whenever it is that you do. Okay, guys? So again, Shirin says, Kirin, sorry, says she does share like Santa. Santa greedy. All right, so remember that I love and appreciate you all the time, and just stay focused. There are challenges that are going to come your way. Listen, sometimes things are going to happen that's going to try to get you to move out of your comfort zone, or that's going to try to get you to move out of, that safe spot that you will not get yourself into trouble. To not let people tempt you into doing wrong, into being who you don't want to be. All right, Olive, don't let that happen. Yeah, we're looking good, Kieran. We're looking good. You have nothing to prove to anyone. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Say that again. You have nothing to prove to anyone. All right. Now, if people are, hey, Katie, what's up? Avril, how are you? So I see you guys there. Yes, I see you. I see you, Katie. All right. Yeah, if you find you have to talk too much to get somebody to believe you, then forget it. What's the point? What's the point in trying to convince somebody that you are who you say you are, or that you're not who somebody say you are not? If that person mattered to you that much, they would already know who you are. You understand what I'm saying? If people matter to you that much, they will already be aware of who you are. So to what end are you going to try to prove anything to anyone who doesn't know you? Yeah? The effort, the energy, the resources that it will take from you, it may not be worth it. So think about it. Think about it, Java. Think about it, Kirin. Think about it, Michelle. Just think about it. You understand? Live your life. Just live your life. Just live your life. Do what you have to. Because sometimes when you try to please this person and please that person and please that person, you know who gets displeased in the process? Yourself. So you're cheating yourself so that you can satisfy others. It's called a sacrifice. And let me ask you this. Are you willing to make that kind of sacrifice? Sacrifice your own happiness so that you can give it to somebody else who doesn't care about you. Java, are you? I know, and sometimes you might be tempted. You might be tempted to say, you know what? So. No. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, Kirin. Leave it alone. You understand? I mean, maybe if it has to do with your job and you need to clear a name, yes. But when it comes to other things in the community, your neighbor say this and the neighbor do that, and that one say this and that one do that, and what's the point? What's the point? You understand? What's the point? Yes, and once you start having to prove yourself, you have to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. It comes like a recurring decimal. It just keeps going around in circles with it's not ending. You understand? So don't let people get you to react in a manner that they want you to. Throw them off. Throw them off. Turn the other cheek or look the other direction. Yeah? And that in itself is a victory. All right? Don't go down in the mud with nobody. Nobody. As again, it ain't worth it. Okay? So guys, this is where I'm going to leave you for tonight. Just know again, and I always want you to believe that, Leonette, and everyone else, that I really do love you guys and appreciate you guys, because you help make my day more fun. When I think about, you guys, coming home to you guys, it's like coming home to my family. When I think about, I wonder if this one will be on tonight, and things like that, even sometimes when I don't feel too hot, because sometimes I have long days, I still I'm motivated by just knowing that you guys will be there, Diana. So yeah. So take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and just know that there's a God above who manages everything. When things go right, thank Him. When it doesn't, still thank Him. But ask Him for blessings and to take you out of the situation that you're in. He will hear you. Don't be afraid to go down on your knees. Don't be afraid to take a moment for yourself to chill out and just to, breathe. Take the world in. Calm down so that you can help yourself make good decisions. Yes? And one day I want us to talk about decision making, because that's one of the things that's very important to your success and to you going through life. Just making the right decisions at the right time and for the right reasons. Right, Bernadette? So, guys, thanks again for being on. God bless you, and I hope to see you tomorrow, God's willing. All right, Jacinta. So let's go together. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen, let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's all say, Ja! No! Take care, guys, and I will. I'm looking forward to seeing you, all of you, here tomorrow, God's willing. Take care.